first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to.
Hey, what's up? We on?
Okay. Yeah, it was on, but it was like, did you hear it? Like it was audio over each other.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, and it just kind of cut off before it was over. Like it got to Steve the D's part, and then it just kind of cut.
Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, all right. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay.
All right, Jay Roman in the building. What's up?
In the building.
Oh, let me put these.
For the audience members, we'll get that rectified next. I assure you, it could have been on my end. So we'll rectify that next go around. But here we are, man. Look, let me go ahead and plug the joint. Let me go ahead and throw that out there. Why many people prefer to choose false comfort over truth. Now, this is not a gender thing. This is a man and woman thing. But who are we talking about today? We're talking about you Negroes. We're talking about you men. Right? We're talking about y'all today. Let me plug the joint. Why many people prefer to choose false comfort over truth. Now, I saw a video recently, and I'm listening to the video, and I'm seeing how most men would gravitate to the narrative or to the talking points of the two individuals in the video. But when you listen to the words, I like how my boy Miles says, your language exposes you. So
yes, sir.
When you listen to it, for a lot of guys, especially you body count niggas and you parabounder niggas, it would make perfect sense to y'all. Y'all red pill dudes, it would make perfect sense to y'all. But when you listen to the verbiage and to the words used, it's like, I see what's really going on, right? Now, I'm gonna play that in a minute. Let me plug the joint. Why many people prefer to choose false comfort over a truth. Before we get into that, you guys want to plug anything or speak to anything?
Well, I mean, we all know that you know, there's a lack of masculinity these days, man. You know, and I think in general, the ability to face the truth seems to be a masculine trait. You know what I mean? Like the ability to see things in black and white, the ability to forget how you feel and to deal with what actually is. I think that in itself is somewhat of a masculine trait, and I think a lot of dudes is missing that. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we have these shows. This is why we talk the shit we talk, and this is why we have to do it, because too many niggas is in their feelings, and they think that somehow people are starting to think that feelings are facts. You understand? And it's
that's true.
it's actually sad. You understand? And here's the thing: unless we understand the truth, unless we understand what is, we can't actually begin to put it. Like, unless we understand what is, any work that we put in is misguided. You understand? So sometimes we can be comfortable with the truth and then call ourselves putting in work, but all of that shit is in vain. All that shit is for nothing. You understand? It's only until you actually focus and understand what the truth is, understand what the problem is, understand your flaws, understand what the things you need to work on. You know, that's why so many times when these cats call in the show and then they tell me, you know, they tell me some bullshit that they did concerning some female, and I'm like, yo, you acting like a bitch ass nigga. Then niggas get all bent out of shape talking about, yo, who you talking to, nigga? You better respect me as a man and blah blah blah. And I'm like, it's funny, all this tough talk and all this respect me as a man talk. You wasn't doing that with the same female that's disrespecting you and taking advantage of the situation.
Oh,
you understand? But when I pointed out to you, you want to get in your feelings. So that's what I'm saying. It's like dudes don't want to see what the truth is, because they know that when you actually see what the truth is, the work that you got to put in, a lot of times it's painful. It's a little bit more painful because you're putting in the work knowing the mistakes that you made and knowing that you fucked up. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second.
All right. All right, go ahead, Jay Roman. You got it, fam.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. I can hear you.
All right. So instantly I thought of when you have any sort of situation, any sort of problem, the first step they always say is admitting to whatever the problem is, right? So because when you admit to it, one, you acknowledge that it is a problem, it's there, and then you can kind of see the problem, dissect it fully, because you admitted all the parts of it, and then you can learn and grow from there. And I think that's the step that everybody is trying to negate their own responsibility and point the fingers at others to avoid them really recognizing the issues that's in themselves. And the first step is actually knowing that there is a problem. And I
Right.
think that's a lot of times where we find instant defensive, right? Everybody gets instantly defensive as soon as
Exactly.
one of you guys say something like, "Hey, you should have." Oh, wait. No. She. And it's like, let me ignore anything about myself. It's easier to point fingers and point to blames because it's harder, because now there has to be some true actions where you're the only one accountable for.
All right. Now, guys, we got a call, but I got to make sure the audio is working right because
All right,
sometimes
cool.
it should be acting funny. But caller, say something. All right, hold on one second. Can y'all hear him?
I did not hear the caller.
No, I didn't hear
You
him.
did. Kizak, can you hear the caller?
No, I can't hear him.
You can't hear the caller. Okay. Jesus. Hold on one second.
And while you're figuring that out, I like to commend the caller for calling in early.
Facts. Yeah. Let's give him some props for calling early. Facts. Let's do it.
All right, let's do that, and let's do that. All right, can y'all hear the caller now? Caller, speak up.
Hello.
All right,
I can hear him now.
You hear him now?
It's low. The volume is low. I don't know if he's talking low, but I can hear him, but vaguely.
All right, caller, can you hear K-Zag? Can you hear the rest of the panel?
Yo, caller.
Nah, I just hear you.
You just hear me.
It's just like one person.
Fuck. Yo, this shit is. I don't know why Skype be acting like this. Like it just be doing whatever the fuck it want to do. Reduce my background noise.
You doing that?
Caller, can you hear K-Zaggin now?
Yo, can you hear me, fam? Can you hear me?
I still just hear you.
You still just hear me? Okay. Let me see if I could try something else. Hold on.
Real quick, Dave G with the 5. What's up, fellas? Blessings to the panel. Shout out to the chat. Still,
okay.
You trying, my brother?
All right. Caller, can you hear anybody else but me?
Yo, caller.
No, I still hear you. You want me to just hang up and call one more time?
Yeah, hang up and call back. Let's see if that helps.
Okay, so Corey with the 199 super sticker. Appreciate you, fam. We got Isaiah Parker in the building with the 5. He got 5 on it. Blessings to the chat panel and the motherfucking game.
All right. Caller, let's try it again.
Yeah, I still just hear you. I don't hear nobody else.
Hold on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Check 1, check 2. Oh
nah. But you guys can hear him though.
Yeah, we can hear him just fine.
It's gonna have to be like that, man. Because at least for the broadcast, it'll make sense for the broadcast. So, caller,
can the people hear him though? Can y'all in the chat? Can y'all hear the caller?
You just want to go on like what I'm calling in for?
Yeah, hold on. Let's make sure that the people, guys, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear the caller. Please put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear the caller, real quick.
Okay, as long as y'all can hear the caller,
right, Corey says yes. Come on, guys. I need one more person to put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear the caller. Got to make sure. All right, thank you. All right. Cool. The broadcast will go on if y'all say something that he can't hear, then I'll just have to relay the message. But as long as y'all can hear him, I think it'll work. So caller, go ahead. Name, age, and city.
Keyshawn, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now I'm pretty much calling in because I had this situation with a female last night, and I want to know how would y'all handle this situation. So yesterday I told her to be here at 7. I told her to be at my spot at 7.
How old are you again, caller? I'm sorry. How old are you again?
I'm 22.
22. Okay.
22.
Okay.
Yeah, 22. So yeah, I told her to be at my spot at 7. And I told her that around like 2:30ish. And then so like around like 6:30, that's when she told me she was gonna be like a little late. But the thing is, it's kind of been like an occurrence with her being late.
Okay.
I tell her to be there at the same time.
Okay.
So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, with her being late, like it's been an occurrence. So I just figured the fact to just go ahead and cancel it because I just felt like she wasn't valuing my time as much, you know, as much as I value
You
my
lucky
time.
you can't hear me, nigga. You lucky you can't hear me, dog. God damn.
But Carla, how many times has she been late?
Man, she been late like a couple times. She been late
Bro,
a
give me a
times.
number. How many? When I say how many, I need a number, sir.
I say like more than about three. More than about three.
All the time, pretty much all the time.
Yeah, more than three. And how many times have you been seeing this woman?
Yeah, hold on.
And maybe about like three months.
3 months.
Like
so in 3 months, she been late more than 3 times. And when we say late, how long? You know, like what's the time span? Like if you say be there at 7, what time she show up?
If I say be there at 7, she might show up at like either 7.
Just tell her.
Like that,
so she be a half hour late at least.
Oh, hell.
Maybe not every time, but that may be like not every time. Sometimes she might be like 15 minutes late or something like that.
So what's the lowest number of, like what's the least number of time, or what's the least time? I don't know how you're phrasing this question. What is the
you talking about like what's the
what's the minimum she been late as far as minutes or whatever?
The lowest of that?
Yeah. Come on, man. You calling us about this situation and you don't we asking you don't know? Come on, man.
Yeah. So like the minimum maybe is about like probably that 1 minute, but maybe like because sometimes she maybe like be a minute late, but most of the time it's been like more later than that, like maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes at least. Okay, so this woman don't respect you, bro. This woman don't respect your time, bro. She don't respect you. She don't respect you. It's only been 3 months and she been late multiple times. That's not cool. Because a woman being 15 minutes to a half hour late, that's a big fucking deal. 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, and let me ask you, if she's late, does she at least text you and say, oh, there's traffic, or oh, this happened or that happened? Or does she just show up like, I'm showing up when I feel like showing up? Which one is it?
So now usually like recently she texts me, you know what I'm saying? Recently, like
no. I don't want to hear what's happening recently, because she only did that recently because you already done complained. Yes?
Nah, I didn't complain. I ain't complain. I ain't made it no.
Well, to me, that's the
usually when she's a half hour late, what does she do? Does she text you in advance and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be running a little bit late," or does she just show up?
You should just show up.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what y'all got? Go ahead, Zach.
No, let me just say this and call it. I wish. Be quiet for a second. Damn, I wish you could hear me. Fuck.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay.
Well, just be quiet. But Zach just gonna speak on it, and then you could probably hit it. You can hear it on the playback.
Let me. I'm gonna tell this real quick story to illustrate my point. And I told the story already, but I'm so sincere with this shit. There was this young lady I was seeing. It was for a few months, kind of like what he's saying. We had been dealing with each other, and I called her up and I told her I was gonna scoop her. Right, I was going to, take her out on the town. We was going to do the damn thing. I gave her a specific time to be ready by. So I stroll up to the crib. I knock on the door. The time that I gave her to be ready by, let's say 8. She didn't answer the door till like 8:02, 8. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. It was just a couple minutes. But when she answered the door, she wasn't even fully ready. So I told her, I said, "Look, didn't I tell you to be ready by 8?" She was like, "Well, I'm trying to get extra cute." And I told her, "Be extra cute by the time I told you to be ready by." Right. So I go in the crib. She finished getting ready. We leave. Right. About a week later, something similar happened where I told her to be ready by a certain time. I show up to the crib. I knock on the door. She don't answer the door by the time I told her to be ready by. So I walk the fuck off. As I'm walking off, she finally opens the door and she's calling me back, and I keep walking. I get in the car and drive the fuck off. She's texting me, calling me throughout the night. I don't go back to the crib to get her, and I don't answer the phone call. I don't respond to the text. I hit her up the very next morning, and I told her, "Do you get it now?" Right? basically I was letting her know, I don't gotta kick you out ever again. We can just be fuck buddies and fuck. Okay, you don't have to have my time non-sexually. We don't have to kick it. I don't have to take you out and do shit, because if I'm doing shit where I'm blessing you with my time, and guys need to look at it just like that. I'm blessing you with my time. Have your ass ready by the time I give you. Now, there are going to be some people that listen to this, oh man, y'all niggas is tripping. You see what he's going through? It starts off little. The first time you don't say nothing, it's a minute or two. The second time is 15 minutes. The third, fourth, fifth time is 20, 30 minutes, because she feels like you don't respect your time, so why should she? Y'all got it.
Facts. All right, J. Roman.
Yeah, so that was just a perfect example of Zag was saying, where if you have to respect your time for her to respect your time, and it has to be something that you state quickly. Not you let it. He let it build up to 3, 4, or 5 times. Now she think it's cute, right?
Right.
You know, she make little gestures, or she just roll up. I'm late. I will tell you this, for cats that's in relationships that's dealing with this, if you are late to work, if you are normally late but then turn around and demand her to be on time,
right,
that's where you have issues at, because she's seeing you not live by the same standard that you want her to live by.
Right.
So even in this situation here, I don't know how close they are, if she's been staying the night and he's been getting up, going to work or anything. But if he's displayed anything with being late, that's just showing her that he really doesn't respect his own time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to be on point, you got to be on point all the way through, and demand people to respect your time.
Exactly. So basically, Caller, K-Zag told a story, and J. Roman is letting you know that you need to fuck with people who respect your time, bro. That's really what it is. But let me ask you a question, bro. How bad is she?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how sexy she is? How sexy is she?
I give her like a scale of 1 to 10. I give her like a good 7.
She a good 7. Okay, so you got
I give her like a 7.
So you got a 7 in your life disrespecting your time. How does that sound to you?
That just sound bad when you hear it.
Yeah, when you fucking hear it, right? When you hear it back from a nigga like me, it sound like you fucking up, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, bro. So what do you think you need to do then?
Man, just really go ahead and let that go. But that's not even like the end of it. Like, well, actually, after I canceled it, she came to my she just came to my room, cause like I stay in the college dorm, right?
Okay.
So she came to my door just unexpected, banging at my door while I'm in the shower, just banging at my door. I don't know who banged at my door, so I go to the door and it was her.
Right.
After I already go ahead and cancel the situation,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And so she banged at my door, so I just told her to go ahead. I know why she here, you know what I'm saying? But I still told her go ahead and leave, cause she pulled up to my door all unexpected,
right,
and just banging at my door.
Right.
So
yeah.
Oh hell, see, she don't respect this dude because he has no boundaries and no parameters.
Yeah.
Right.
Just unannounced is a no. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. Basically, Caller, the reason why she banging on your door and showing up unexpectedly like this is because she don't respect you, bro. It's exactly what we said. You understand? And this is what happens when y'all niggas let chicks slide. I mean, bro, if you planning like a one night stand situation or some shit, whatever's whatever. You understand? If you know you ain't gonna see this woman again, look, she could wild out, but as long as you get what you want to get, whatever, that's fine. But you're in a situation where you've been seeing this woman for months. That means you trying to build something, or at least see her consecutively. But if you're seeing her consecutively and she's always late, and she don't show no contrition, she don't show that she have any respect for the fact that she's late, or she ain't sorry for being late, that's weird, bro. She don't respect you. That's why she think she could show up at your dorm, banging on your door, and probably disturbing the peace, disturbing your neighbor's peace and all this other shit. Because you understand that type of shit could get you kicked out the dorms, right? You bringing in unruly guests and that type of shit could get you written up, and then you could get your privileges revoked and that type of shit, right?
Most definitely.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you gotta look at situations like this and realize how detrimental it is. A lot of dudes love to let women get a pass just because they sexy, just because they giving up the pussy or whatever it is. But you could fuck up the rest of your life just for some weak ass pussy. You understand? Because let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
As great as you think the pussy is right now, understand that you're not getting the best of her. And the reason why I know for sure you're not getting the best of her is because she doesn't fucking respect you. Because a woman who respects you is going to fuck you different. So you over there giving her a pass and letting her see you for multiple months just because you probably think, well, the pussy's good and she come through and whatever. But you're not even getting the best of her because she don't respect you. You see what I'm saying? So imagine the pussy you think you getting that's good, it could be better. It could actually be better. But because you fucking up, she not respecting you, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I
feel like the mistakes don't make, like, you know what I'm saying, when you let shit slide continuously.
Exactly. You can't let shit slide, bro. You give a chick like one time, be like, listen, I don't really fuck with my time like that. You got about one more time to be late. Then she fuck around and then she show up late, and then it's a wrap, bro. She's done.
You're right.
But I want him to stay.
Hold on, caller.
Gotcha.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I want him to stay and live in the bed he just made, and try to make it better. And the reason why is I think sometimes these guys take the easy way out.
Right.
It's they create these situations and then they just roll on. And I'm not saying, fight for something that really ain't there. But my thing is learn how to speak. Learn how to be like, okay, so listen, I let you slide the 3 times. And I would tell her, hey, these are the 3 times I let you slide. If you late again, this is done. You know what I'm saying? Like learn how to, and the only reason why I want him to do that, because I want you to learn how to speak to this one. She was so bad, you didn't have no standards or no limit. You just let it happen and then you bounce out. Nah, learn how to come up and be like, hey, this is it. So, that's all.
So, Cole, you say you had another question? Go ahead.
Yeah. And then, so, like, see, just blowing up my phone, then, like, the morning, blew up my phone again, then sent me a voice message. And the voice message, she was all like, me telling her to be here at 7, I was being controlling.
She done.
Yeah, no, that's what a lot of females do, bro. What she's really doing is she playing the Jedi mind trick.
I'll tell her, thank you for understanding.
Thank you for understanding. Look, let me tell you something, bro. Women are going to try to change the definition of words just based on how they feel, and they want to try to manipulate you. Like I said, she don't respect you. You understand? So you telling her, hey, I'd like you to be here at 7, right? If she know that she can't make it there at 7, she's not gonna own up to her. She's not gonna own up to the situation or have accountability. Because that's what I tell you. I don't even try to make women accountable. It's just you follow my rules or you don't. And if you don't, get the fuck out of here. That's it. But here's the thing. Because she knows she's not going to be accountable anyway, she would rather turn shit around on you and call you controlling for asking her to be there at a certain time. Like, you see, here's the bullshit too. What if you had reservations for something?
That's exactly how I was looking at.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what if you was, because you a man, you plan shit, you trying to build a relationship with you, whatever. So you like, boom, we got a reservation for dinner at 7. Is the restaurant being controlling? No,
at all. So that's what I was looking at. Like, now she's just trying to like play manipulation games.
Exactly. She's playing games with you.
I was like,
can you when you get done talking, can you pause?
I was just,
yeah. Hold on, caller. Zach want to say something. Go ahead, Zach.
I want to say something because you said something very important. Because that's one of the things I told a young lady. Because I'm a spontaneous nigga. Once I've been dealing with a woman for a while, I can be spontaneous, right? So, and my thing is, if I got something planned where time is of the essence, you know what I'm saying? And your ass got me running, I'll just leave you and just go by myself. You know what I'm saying? And I better not meet another young lady. You know what I'm saying? I might have her fucking join me. But the thing is, she said you're being controlling. I bet you when she go to work and she got to be there at fucking 6:30, she ain't telling her fucking boss that shit. This is what guys got to understand. It's not about you being controlling. This is how guys need to understand it. If you're offering a woman your time, okay, you're setting aside time for her, right? She needs to be grateful. She needs to show some gratitude and some appreciation because you could be doing anything else with your time, but you're giving it to her, right? So she needs to understand that she is fortunate and she's blessed. Now, if she don't respect you and she doesn't value you, she'll never look at it like that.
Exactly.
She'll look at it like you're lucky. Okay, which is why she's late. Hey, nigga, at least I showed up, nigga, on that type of shit. And then when old boy told her, oh, don't worry about coming through, she was like, fuck that nigga, I'ma show up anyway, right? So she literally came into his life kicking open doors, saying, I'm gonna come into your life and show up when I want, and I'm gonna do what I want. When you don't want me to come over, I'm still gonna come over. So you got a woman that came into his life trying to take over shit. You can't have that. Y'all got it.
Yeah, and my thing is, why are we running from the word controlling? You know, my thing is, ain't no need to run from the word controlling. Oh, that's very controlling. Thank you. I am a very controlling person. I control myself, and I respect myself. So, and these are my standards for myself. So, you know, you can never control another person. We all know that, you know, unless you physically move somebody. Right. So I'm not going to run away from the word controlling. You want to, yeah, I am a very controlling person. I'm a disciplined individual. I respect my time, and I need you to respect it too.
Exactly. And I just want to say real quick too that you know, we got to understand the title of the show. This goes right back to the title of the show. You know, Carla, what you're doing is you are taking comfort in the lie, bro. You understand? I mean, you're taking comfort in the fact that you're getting sex from this woman, or you're getting what you think you want from this woman, but ultimately she's not really giving you what you really supposed to be getting, and which is the truth that she's supposed to be showing up, bro. Because how you expect for anything to develop into anything if she's dealing with a man she don't respect? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so you as a man, you gotta deal with the harsh truth that this woman don't respect you, and therefore this is the type of woman that you can't push forward with. You gotta let her go. Now, and another thing I want to ask you. Here's the thing with the whole controlling thing, which don't make sense. Now, when you tell her, "Hey, I'd like you to be here at 7," does she text you back, or if it's a conversation, does she at least say to you, "Oh, well, that's gonna be kind of tight for me. Is it possible for me to show up at 7:30?" Does she do that?
Nah, she don't do that.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how you know she's bullshitting, bro. Because it's not even about the time anymore. It's about the fact that she don't give a fuck about what you got to say. Mm-hmm. Because if I tell a woman, listen, come to my house at 7 o'clock, it's easy for her to be like, hey, that's cool, but I got this, and this, so that's going to be kind of tight for me. Can we shoot for 7:30? All right, cool, no problem. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, we just have to push things back up, you know, I'm a man, I could compromise, you know, I mean, unless my shit is like super hard, you know, the schedule is super hard, then we just got to reschedule. But what I'm saying is, if she's, instead of being late 30 minutes, instead of being 30 minutes late, it would have made more sense for her to just be like, hey, can we just push it back because I got this, and this going on, and I'm not going to make it to that time. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know somebody respects you, as opposed to her just showing up whenever the fuck she feel like it. You know what I mean? And banging on your door and acting like a nuisance.
Ask him, did you gradually go up?
Don't be late, but she knew at 2 something though.
Right. Hold on 1 second. J. Roman, go ahead.
Ask him, did she gradually start to be more and more late? Like, what's the first minute, and then
call it. Did it escalate? Did the lateness escalate over time?
Like far as her coming late over a period of time?
Yeah, like over a period of time. Did she get later and later? Like, did it start out 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 20, and then 30 minutes?
Now that I look back at it, it's kind of been a little bit like that. Maybe like 10 minutes, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a growing problem, bro. It's a growing problem. That's what we're trying to explain to you, bro.
It's kind of like, and I want guys to understand this. It's kind of like if you're dealing with a woman who is not really that sexually attracted to you, but she's willing to have sex with you, and you get into a relationship, you're going to see the same escalation. Where maybe you're having sex 2 or 3 times a week. Now 2 or 3 times a week, if we're cohabitating, that ain't nowhere near enough for me. If we're living together, ain't no way in hell. But just for some of you niggas, right? So you're having sex maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and then it goes down to 1 time a week. Then it goes down to 1 time every 2 weeks. That's typically how it goes when you don't say nothing. It's an escalation, and what she's really trying to do, and in those cases, is give you just enough for you to invite her in, for her to get established in your life. And once she feels like she's entrenched, then she's gonna do what she really wants to do,
Right.
which is not respect any boundaries or parameters. And truth be told, there really are no boundaries and parameters, because the only time there could be boundaries is when you say something the very first time. You can't wait until 2 or 3 times in to finally speak your fucking mind. The very first time something happens, but I know why you guys don't do it, because you don't want to upset the apple cart. You don't want to irritate the woman or frustrate her, because you feel like that's going to impact your happy-go-lucky shit with her. Like, man, if I say something, man, she might not want to fuck tonight. Man, I don't give a fuck about her pussy like that. You know what I'm saying? I just told you I was taking a chick out, and we would have had sex that night. But like, I don't want your shit. Keep it, okay?
Right.
I have standards. I have a certain way that I move. And you said compromise. Miles, I look at compromise like most women look at the word submission. I don't even like the word compromise. But when you let women get away with shit, to me, you're compromising your integrity. You're compromising your dignity, because what you're saying is, as long as I can get some sex, I don't give a fuck what she do. I don't give a fuck what she say. As long as I can get some ass, it's worth it. And that's why a lot of you guys have trouble with women. They don't value you. They don't respect you. And they know that you having access to them sexually is so important to you, they can get away with damn near anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And Zach, Miles was just talking about the next level. You know, that Miles forget that some people ain't at the same level that he's at. That's that next level where you have balance, where you can be like, all right, baby, 7:30 is just fine. And you know she still respects you because of everything else you laid down. You know, some cats take and hear this and they're stern. 7 o'clock, that's it. Like, you know, and they don't understand. You got to have a little balance with it, but it only comes when you know that it doesn't matter what I'm still in control of this, and I still know that she respects me. So
yeah, right. She gotta earn that type of leeway. You know, that's a fact. That's a fact. And again, I brought it up just to kind of see what type of time the chick was on, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I'm looking at it like, at least she would have to do that in order for me to make sense of this situation as to why he's still even seeing her. You see what I'm saying? But J. Roman, that is a fact, though. That's a level that a woman has to earn. You understand? Because we first got to know that she's able to at least follow instructions before she can ask for leeway and say, hey, such and such and such. You get what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's a fact.
Not only that, to me, there has to be a call. There has to be some type of prior notification. Because that's just courtesy. That's just common courtesy. When someone is expecting you at a certain time and you know you're running late, to reach out to that individual and let them know you're running. It's just common courtesy to anyone. It's not even about a chick that you're fucking. That's if you're supposed to help your mom do something and she's expecting you by a certain time. Hey, mom, I'm running a little late. Something happened. I'm gonna be there maybe 10, 15 minutes later. That's just common courtesy to do that. So if a woman is letting me know beforehand she's running late, I'm reasonable. I'm fair if you let me know beforehand. I'm not gonna get bent out of shape. You know what I'm saying? But if you just showing up when the fuck you want to after the fact, you're supposed to be at the spot at 7. It's 7. Number one, I'm not even gonna be there at 7:30. I don't know why niggas is waiting that long. But anyway, but what I'm saying is just showing up and I don't hear from you. And Lord forbid if you call the woman or you text her and she don't respond. And she just yo, man, the disrespect is real, in my opinion. But y'all got
facts. But Cola, go ahead, Jay.
Just my last point, just on the opposite side of that, where you are that one who respects your time, and she learns that, hey, this dude respects his time. That's the added thing that she can say that's different than the next guy.
Right.
And the influence of that might help her improve her life in other areas. Now she's not getting complaints at work for being late all the time. It's starting to be her customary understanding that, hey, 7 o'clock means 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock means I got to be there at 6 o'clock, just because she had a new influence in her life that demanded a certain standard from her.
Exactly. All right, Caller, do you have any other questions?
Oh, no. I don't have any more questions, but I will say this before I go. Like, I know at first she was, like, most definitely following instructions at the beginning, but as time went by, that's when it started to be like a little more actually becoming more late. But at first, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of everything, follow instructions, very precise is what I'm saying. But over time, that's when it starts to be like
He's not getting it.
more
She
issue
tested
of a
him.
problem when I think when I first let something slide, and that's when it is.
Yeah, when you first let something slide, that's it right there.
Yeah. So,
You see, this is why we talk about the vetting process having to be longer than usual. Like a lot of you said you've been seeing her for 3 months. Caller, do you know how long the vetting process is? Like the official vetting process. Do you know how long it really is? If you a serious nigga, do you know how long the vetting process is?
You said the vetting process?
The vetting process. Vetting process.
Oh, yeah,
do you know how long that should be?
No, I don't even know how long it is.
Okay. It should be at least 12 months, bro. It's a 12 to 18 month process.
Oh, 4 months.
12 to 18 month process.
12
You just been fucking with this chick for 3 months. And you letting shit slide you probably let some shit slide within the first month. You understand? That's why she thinks she could treat you that way.
Mm-hmm.
First week,
okay.
Some shit slide. And
first week.
Ask him this, Miles. Was that the first time she showed up unannounced?
Was that the first time she showed up unannounced? What you talking about the time when she was banging on his door?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the first time she showed up unannounced, caller?
Nah. One time she showed up unannounced. That was early.
Yeah. See, you fucking up. You see how you fucking up, caller? Caller, you got to see how you fucking up, bro.
Yeah, but like so. And all together though, she showed up unannounced 2 times.
Yeah. You know, bro. And that's all you need. It's only been 3 months, bro. She's been late multiple times, and she showed up to your spot unannounced twice within 3 months. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool.
She's tested him, and he's failed those tests, and she went further to the point which allow her to even text something where he like you're controlling instead of saying, you know what, I'm sorry for being late. I'm sorry that I was late. Out, and her recognizing that that's my bad. He did have something arranged or whatever it was. I didn't respect his time, but because of all the tests that he's been failing, she can go ahead and send this text out. Well, don't you think that's out of control? Because she thinks that she could influence you more than you're influencing her.
Yeah. Hold on one second. So we got what was that? CT with the $4.99 super chat. He says appreciate the weekly game, and then we got but did you donate though? He says, grateful for the consistent game. Sad to see grown men entertain uncooperative women who disrespect their time. Soul Monger. Facts.
I just want to say something. Shout out to Miles and Lucario. They got dudes taking the name. But did you donate though? They out here inspiring names and shit.
But caller, you good though? You got any other questions?
No, that's it. So just further going on, just go ahead, just cut this one off. Is what you.
You're gonna have to cut it off. You already fucked up too much, bro. You let too much shit slide, and it's only gonna get worse from here. Because the first time she showed up unannounced, second time she showed up unannounced, and she was banging on your door. Third time she's gonna show up unannounced with a couple of niggas ready to fuck you up because she don't like the way you talk to her on the phone and whatever. You understand? But nigga, if the pussy's that good and you want to see how far the rabbit hole goes, go right ahead. Because I know a lot of times we tell y'all niggas shit and y'all don't listen because the pussy's that good, right?
Yep. That's usually what happens because it get dropped.
All right. Well, again, bro, it's up to you, bro. It's up to you because we only here to give you suggestions.
Right.
All right.
I appreciate that too.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother. Appreciate you.
Let me talk to the guys for a minute. Are we good on calls, Miles?
Yeah, we get on calls. Yep.
Okay, and I'm about to jump to this video in a minute, but let me just say this. This is what you guys got to remember. And shout out to Miles and Lucario with the vetting process. This is just my personal opinion regarding the vetting process. It's not only to vet the woman to be certain that she fits you as far as how you live in your life, but it's also to police yourself to make sure you're not moving too quick.
Exactly.
A lot of you guys, you'll meet a woman and shit seems to be very promising to you, right? And the reason why that is because she looks the way that you like. You know what I'm saying? Is the sex is the way that you like. She's pleasant. She smiles a lot. So a lot of you guys, you get a little too captivated in that situation and you jump the gun and you move too soon. You move too quick, right? You guys have to remember that when you deal with women, you have a responsibility to manage the situation. Any relationship, even if it's a casual sex relationship, a fuck buddy situation, you are still responsible for managing that, okay? Policing yourself, but also making sure that the woman conducts herself in a way that's in alignment with how you're moving, right? Because you can't, like the caller, you cannot have women coming into your life just doing what the fuck they want to do. And as far as her saying, oh, you're trying to control me, what she is doing, she is rejecting his leadership. She is rejecting his guidance. If you're dealing with a woman who is rejecting you guiding her, she's rejecting being provided instructions to, you have to leave her alone now. Because all she's going to do is become a bigger headache as time goes on.
Facts. Yep.
All righty. So I'm going to jump to this video, man. You guys, all you parabonding niggas, red pill niggas, body count niggas, this is not about necessarily body count or anything like that, but I want you guys to really listen to what's being said, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. Hold on, let me make sure I got this shit lined up right. All right, let me add this.
Let's say your girlfriend comes to me and she's like, hey, baby, I want to go on a girls trip. No. Why would I put my girl in a club somewhere all dolled up in a dress and high heels with a bunch of other single women so guys can come hit on her? It's not distrust. It's not insecurity. It's just a foolish move.
So many guys get this wrong. They've been tricked into believing that if they allow their girl to go out to the club or allow her to have all these guy friends or guy best friends, that it means he's really secure and confident in himself and his relationship. When it really just means he's stupid and blind to the fact that anybody can cheat. Anybody can be unfaithful when put in the wrong circumstances. If the girl you're in a relationship wants to continue doing single girl things with her single girl friends, that just means she ain't ready to be in a real committed, serious relationship with you. I get thousands of comments and DMs every day from guys who fell into this trap, who thought they were doing the right thing by giving in and not setting that boundary when they knew they really wanted to. Deep inside, they thought, I don't really want her to do that. But if I tell her she can't, she's not going to like that. And here's what you have to learn, fellas. She don't have to like it. She don't have to like you all the time, but she does have to respect it. And she does have to respect you if you want to have any chance at having a successful relationship in this day and age.
Let's say your girl.
I do agree about what he said towards the end. When it comes to you guiding her and providing instructions, she ain't got to like it all the time. And she ain't even got to like you. I don't give a fuck about being liked. You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. It's respect over everything for me.
Right.
Now, also, it's this a respect factor. Now, what I want to touch on, I'm about to irritate some people here, but I need to, right? Many people prefer to choose false comfort over truth. He said something, and both guys contradicted themselves, right? The last guy, he said, anyone can cheat. So if that's the case, why are you quote unquote mate guarding? Why are you trying to guard the bitch? Why are you trying to make sure she ain't around? Because if you know for a fact anyone can cheat, it's not about letting your woman do what she wants to do. It's about you being realistic and understanding that if the chick do something that ain't conducive to what you got going on, just let her go. That's not what guys want to do. They want to prevent the girl from cheating. And nah, hell no, you can't do this, you can't do that because I'm worried about you cheating. Now, he said it's not insecurity. Gentlemen, I know y'all hate to hear this. A lot of you guys are insecure and you don't like that word because there's a negative connotation to it. But I want you to Google the word insecurity. When you look up all the similar words and synonyms, there's a word that says worry or worried. Right? So the guy in the beginning said, why would I put her in a dress and dolled up with high heels around other single women? Does that sound like he's concerned about something? Like he's worried? Yes. He's worried that if she's looking good and scrumptious, that's going to increase the likelihood that she's going to get hollered at. Because of that factor, that's going to increase the odds that she could end up fucking someone else. That's insecurity. That's what it's okay to be insecure. At some point, look, being an insecure human being, that's natural for most people. At some point in your life, you're going to be insecure about something. Okay, whether it's the fact that your parents is poor and you got raggedy clothes, whether it's, whatever the fuck it is, you're going to be insecure about something at some point. Guys just need to admit that they're insecure and stop trying to cloak it with standards and preferences. I want to show you something. I'm going to pass it to y'all real quick. Okay. Mate guarding behaviors. Once the emotion of jealousy has been triggered in an individual, it elicits any of many behaviors that can be classified under the category of mate guarding. Now, here's the thing. Mate guarding is natural in the animal kingdom. It's quite natural. This is why you have gorillas fight over mating, the right to mate and all that other shit. So it's natural. The problem between animals in the animal kingdom and us is animals, they're not doing it out of their emotions. It's about survival. They have to be able to procreate. So they have to have access to the female species, right? So that's what's that about. But for us, because our emotions get involved with relationships, it becomes a jealousy thing. I'm worried. I gotta guard this person from having sex with somebody else. And for me, my thing is for guys is, with women too, getting into a relationship is a calculated risk. There are pros and cons associated with that. One of the cons is the prospect that not only can your woman cheat on you, but she can actually leave you for someone else. That's a realistic possibility. And that's just something that you have to deal with if you're going to enter into a monogamy-oriented, sexually exclusive relationship. I'm not saying you got to put up with it. If the chick cheat, bounce, leave her alone. But to me, it's a fool's mission to be in a relationship and dedicate yourself to guarding her from fucking somebody else. Y'all got
it. What I think is that it definitely goes to the title. You know, they choose a false comfort over truth, right? Because it is, like you said, being in a relationship is a calculated risk at all times. Leaving your house is a calculated risk. Getting in your car and driving to work is a calculated risk. Living is a calculated risk, period, right? What I'm saying is that all we can do is be grateful for the things that are desirable and then do our best to maintain those things that are desirable. So what do I really mean? The best way to maintain anything that is desirable is to create a standard. You understand? And the problem with a lot of these dudes that have this type of philosophy of, you know, why would I let my girl go to the club? Why would I let my girl go on a girls trip? Why would I have my girl do this? Why would I? Let me tell you something, bro. Women get hit on every fucking where.
There you go.
She don't need to be dolled up. She don't need to be in a club. No, they don't need to be no alcohol. She don't need to have on any goddamn makeup, my nigga. A woman is a woman is a woman. She got a vagina, and there's niggas out there that want to fuck. If they see her anywhere and they get her attention, she will be hollered at, period. What you need to do is create a standard for your woman to understand what it will mean if she makes certain fucking decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And even if she makes certain decisions, guess what? She gonna have to make some other decisions to make sure she maintain what the standard that she has with you. Because even if your woman is seeing another nigga and she's good enough to the point where you'll never know, because the standard that you've created together is maintained, and that's all you should be focused on. And that is the only truth. That's the only truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless you're going to sit here and hire a private detective or literally watch your girl or surveil your girl 24 hours a fucking day, 7 days a week, brother. And if you are doing that, bro, you're obsessed and you're not living your own life. You get what I'm saying? So at some point, you're going to have to let go and say, listen, I've created a standard. I've created a certain value within myself as a man. Now, if she claims she want to be a part of my team, if she claims she want to be my girl, if she claims she want to be fucking with me, then that means that she understands the standard. Okay? Anything else beyond that, I cannot control. The only thing I can control is how I move and how I, do my thing as a man. And if she understands how important that should be to her, then she will make decisions accordingly. And that's the only thing that I can stand on. Because I can't control no woman. I can't control if some other nigga that let's just say there's one nigga out there that triggers some type of attraction that I can't trigger. Then I lost her. Then there's nothing I can do about it. And that's the truth of life. That's the truth of life. And it's the same way that niggas know, everybody know we're gonna die. But imagine niggas is waking up feeling nervous about life. Like, oh my God, one day I'm gonna die. Like, No, nigga, accept it. You know it's coming. So why not just be a real nigga and just deal with it? Accept it. And accept the fact that you can lose your girl at any time. Accept the fact that you could get into a car accident at any time. Accept the fact that you could trip and fucking bust your shit at any time. But what do? We try to create a standard of safe driving. So that means we reduce our chances of getting into accidents. We try to create a standard of making sure we exercise and have good hand-eye coordination so we don't trip and fall and bust our shit, right? And we try to create a standard of a relationship that is actually valuable so that woman knows if you value this relationship, then it makes sense for you to make certain decisions to maintain this standard. You get what I'm saying? So to me, a lot of these guys that talk this shit is because they don't have enough faith in the standard of their own fucking masculine identity.
Let me say, exactly. J. Roman, before you jump on this, let me just say this. He says the problem is most guys are worried another man can influence their woman. Do y'all know a man can influence your woman without even trying?
Without even trying.
Without even trying. I'm gonna tell a real quick story to illustrate my point. I want guys to listen to what I'm saying. A man can influence your woman without even trying. He don't even know that she's influenced. Shout out to EO, Everett Overton. A couple years back, right? He did a video talking about this instance where I guess he was getting his hair cut or styled or whatever, and it was just one young lady who used to always do his hair. He was a regular in this little shop that he went to. And he told a story about how he never hit on this chick, never flirted with her. And he said one day he goes to get his hair styled and she meets him at the door and she tells him, I can't do your hair anymore, but I did find someone who's a comparable replacement. Here's their information. You can go to them. And she later explained to him the reason, and she was married with a family. The reason why she didn't do his hair anymore, because she started having private thoughts about him.
Oh.
And those thoughts about him were beginning to overtake her. Where she felt like she might cheat on her husband. And he didn't even do nothing. He just showed up, sat in the chair, got his hair done, but he had influence over her without even trying. And I remember him saying, imagine if I actually did hit on her, I would have had her, right? So, and I did a video in response to what he was talking about, and I titled it, Sexual Attraction is Not a Faucet. Okay, and what that means is, just because you are in a loving relationship with your woman, that doesn't mean she won't find other men sexually appealing.
Right.
It don't mean that. It doesn't stop that. Now, luckily, the guy, whoever the guy was, he just chose a chick that has some sense, where she understood she was getting caught up and she took the initiative to get that temptation away from her.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with creating the standard.
Yeah.
That the woman is going to make the decision. If she knows what she got at home, she's like, listen, nigga, I can't do your hair no more because I'm feeling things I ain't supposed to be feeling, so you can't come to my shop no more. Fuck all that. Leave. But go ahead, J. Roman. You got it.
Yeah, I've been sitting here taking notes and waiting for my time to speak here. And, I think it segues exactly to some stuff I was writing down here. I was having this conversation at work when the guys were complaining about his lady always going on female trips and stuff like that, the girls' trips. And one of my partners is like, yo, that'll never happen to me. And, they were kind of joking, oh, you're controlling or what? He was just like, nah, my wife would never say that. In fact, when people try to introduce these trips to her, she says, why would I want to go without my husband? So he chose the one, so that's the control that he had, where he was like, okay, I know myself. This is the type of woman that I want with me. I want to make sure I choose the one where female and all these girl trips are not appealing to her. Why would I want to be there without my husband? Why would I want to go to Europe and on these beautiful vacations and stuff and not bring my guy?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me. And that's the thing that you have to have that control part and that vetting process. And that's why that vetting process is there.
It creates the standard.
to find. But the thing is, a lot of guys don't have standards already for their relationships or themselves.
Facts.
So they're doing it on the fly as time goes on. And
Right.
then they try to go back and create a standard, you know, and then apply it to her and say, oh, she's not listening to it. Well, you've had months and months of not doing something that now you bring up that bothers you, because you're trying to make up time right now on what you didn't create. And to me, that falls into like worrying about another guy influencing your girl. You're only really worried about it when you have a lack of influence of her.
Exactly.
Right. So when you know the cup is not full, you worry about what's going in the cup. Like, hold on, like she might be influencing the girl. Like we all know your woman is going to be attracted to another person. Point blank, period. There's nothing you can do about that. But did you pick the woman, the vetting process where she follows your program, where she understands like, yeah, that person's attractive, but it's not my man. He doesn't do the things that my man does for me, not just physically, but on that mental aspect.
Right.
And that's something that I was touching on a little bit earlier with the guy, where you upholding your standard might change her whole life. You don't know. She could be on the rocks for being late at work all the fucking time.
Real shit.
Because she's late with you on doing something fun that she probably wants to do. Just imagine her at work. This is your employee that's late 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you know, because she gets away with it. Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. And they're like, man, we about to fire her. Like, she doesn't even know. We're about to fire her. And then you meet her, this new influence in her life, and she's kind of baffled, like, man, you really are disciplined. You really are about yourself. You really have a lot of control over yourself. I might need to take note of that. And next thing you know, she's telling her friends, girl, I said 6 o'clock. Meet me over here at 6 o'clock. It's 6:30. You know, next she's going to work on time. You changed her whole life just because of your standard. And those will be the little things that differ from one guy to the next. The guy that's enamored by her beauty, her looks, that let things slide, to you.
Exactly.
And then you let her go because you know what? It's the vetting process. She didn't fit your vetting process. That vetting process is your control. I don't think guys really, they think it's like a test. Did she pass the test? Did you get 8 out of 9 questions right? Did you get 3 out of, no, this is your control, because you're controlling your life and what's around you.
Right. Yeah. Real shit, man. And I'll say this real quick. Like having a standard, having a standard, what's the word? Having a standard breeds influence. Okay.
That's a fact.
Having a standard breeds influence. And these guys, when I hear these guys talk, I get what they're saying. I'm saying, of course, you don't necessarily want your girl to be going out. You don't necessarily want your girl to be running around the world on quote unquote girls trips. Yeah. But bro, what I'm saying is that's not the part that you should be worried about. The part that you should be worried about is the standard that you've set, because guess what? The standard that you set within yourself as a man through your masculine identity also sets the standard in the type of woman you attract. Okay. The type of woman you attract, because here's the thing. The type of, nigga, my life is so dope. The standard that I've set is so fucking dope. Any woman that knows me, if she had the choice between going on a trip with her girls and going on a trip with me, guess who the fuck she gonna pick every fucking time? Guess who she gonna pick?
You gonna pick a man.
So if I know that's who I am, why would I be sitting on the internet talking about, well, why would I let my woman go on a girl's trip? Nigga, maybe your woman don't like going on vacation with you because you whack, or because there's something missing from your repertoire that you didn't develop for your own self. You see, and I'll just give one more thing, and I'll give it to you, Zach. I want to explain. Standard breeds influence, and this is a small thing. Anybody that fuck with me, when you come to my house, there's only 3 types of water you're gonna see me drink: Fiji, Evian, and Pellegrino. Fiji, Evian, Pellegrino. Guess what be in the fridge now when I guess what be in the fridge now when I go to my girl house? Because that wasn't in the fridge when I first been to her house. But guess what be in the fridge now every time I go to her house now? And that's just water, bro. That's just the bottled water. So this is what I mean, bro. Standard breeds influence. If your standard ain't right, then you ain't right. But you got a case, Zach.
So to your point, right? And this is the mistake that most people make, but a lot of guys make. They'll give the woman the title of girlfriend. And I believe, Jay Roman, you touched on it a little bit. Then once they have given the woman that title, then they'll start to make her change things in their life that they never liked, right? And that's the problem. And shout out to Steve, because Steve talks about free will. Okay, my thing is, there's a saying, let people do what they want to do so you can see what they rather do. Okay, let me say that shit again.
Yeah, say that shit again.
Let people do what they want to do so you can see what they rather do. So if I'm dealing with a woman who would rather, take a girl's trip, let's say I'm against it and I got a problem with it. She would rather do that. She would rather go out every single weekend and go bar hopping with her girls. And let's say my lifestyle isn't like that. And I don't want to date a party girl, but she's a party girl.
Right.
Why would I cuff her then? Why would I make her my girl if that's her lifestyle?
Exactly.
What guys do is they make that woman their girl anyway. And then they try to make her stop. And what happens is, and this is what guys got to understand. Now, she might stop for a little while because she wants the relationship. Right. But what happens is, once the dust settles and the new car smell is gone, she's going to start to miss her life. So now what you're going to have is your woman coming to you. Hey, babe, the girls are going such and such. Can I go? And then what you're probably going to have is either a battle on your hands, or you're going to have a woman who tells you no. Now you got a relationship where animosity and resentment sets in, because from the very beginning, that should have been your standard.
Facts.
When y'all was just casually dating, if you saw she like to take girl trips and all that, you don't tell her, hey, if you ever want to be my girl, I'm gonna need you to stop that shit. No, you ain't got. Let's let her do it.
And that's the thing. If you ain't recognized the bitch in you, if you ain't recognized the vaginal behavior in you, if you ain't recognized the sucker in you, if you ain't recognized all that, that means you haven't worked on being disciplined. You haven't worked on being patient. You haven't worked on establishing yourself and having standards and defining yourself as a manhood. So now I don't really have any standards to charge them with. I'm just sitting here rolling with them, and I realize she's so beautiful, or she's just so nice. And now I'm in a relationship, not the one that I chose, but because she gave me an ultimatum, or she asked me what we're doing here, or she was saying I'm about to move, or whatever she finessed to get this relationship for you to come out of that and to gain that influence, you let it happen. And that's the thing, that Zag, you're 100% on point. But like the title of the show, choosing false comfort over the truth. A lot of cats, you're in relationships when you didn't have any standards.
Right. Exactly. Shout out to Dave G with a $5 super chat. He said 8 miles. Sometimes all it takes is water to keep her wet. Influence matters. Facts. Hashtag influence matters. Go ahead.
Let me show guys something real quick. Let me throw that up there. I've often said that most of men's insecurities revolve around sex, directly or indirectly. And I want to go back to the video where the guy said it's not about insecurity, it's about standards. But then he goes on to talk about her being dolled up, her wearing high heels. He goes on to describe her, how she looked, basically saying she looked like she's going to get hollered at. She looked like she wants to get hollered at. So what boils down to, when I say most of men's insecurities revolve around sex directly, now directly means you're worried about the size of your joint, or you're worried about the fact that you've been unable to please women. That's directly. Indirectly is her sexual past, what she's wearing, her having single friends, right? Regardless of what guys say or how they put it, when you strip away the bullshit, everything comes back to sex. They not only does it come back to sex, but it comes back to their concern of infidelity and loyalty. It always comes. If you listen to guys' arguments, the whole pair bonding narrative, which the way that guys use the word pair bonding, it's not even a true meaning of what pair bonding really is. But that whole narrative is about a woman's ability to bond because she might want other dicks, which means she's more likely to cheat. The whole body count thing. Oh, if she's had too many lovers, that means she's more likely to compare you to other lovers and she won't be satisfied with your penis. She's more likely to cheat. It all comes back to cheating. Even, if a woman dresses provocatively, that means that she's going to get a lot of attention from a lot of guys, which could lead to what? More guys hitting on her, which could lead to what? The possibility that she might stray. It all comes back to sex, and it all comes back to guys' number one concern, and that is getting into a relationship with a woman where she will ultimately cheat. And again, it goes back to relationships are a calculated risk. If you have an issue or a concern,
right. Hold on, 917. And I just want to make another point too. I believe that standards and honesty in standards, meaning honesty in your identity, who you are and what you really want. I think it also breeds compatibility. Because that's another thing that's missing. Because like you said, if I'm not a party nigga, why would I get with a woman that always loves to go out and party?
Exactly.
And then because I mean, truthfully, if we're compatible, I'm building something with you. You're not really you shouldn't really want to be doing all these fucking girl nights necessarily. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, every once in a while is your homegirl's birthday, whatever. But what I'm saying is, if you're the type of woman that is your MO, all the fucking time, I don't want to be with no woman like that. And not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just not my standard. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is, a lot of these dudes, like you said, they get with these dudes despite the fact that they realize that we're not even compatible. But, she's a young, hot chick and blah, blah, blah. So I want to get with her. But it's like, bro, you shouldn't really be with a woman like that, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to deal with you want to deal with false comfort because she's a hot young chick over the truth, which is that's not the type of woman that you're supposed to really be with.
But Miles, real quick before we take the call, caller, just wait just a moment.
Yeah, 917. Hold on one sec.
And that's the thin line. Is it truly your standard, or is it because you're worried about something?
Exactly.
So if it's your standard, that means you live your life a certain way, and a woman has to adhere to the same standard you live your life by. But what guys do is they have women come into their lives, and then they want to institute this standard on the woman that supersedes their own standards. So they want the woman to have more standards than they have of themselves. And that shit don't work that way.
It don't
the woman
work
has
that way.
to follow. There's nothing to follow. There's no pattern to follow.
Facts. But 917, you're on live with the Manhood.
917.
Hold on. 917? 917? 917 going once. 917 going twice.
7 was a case they gave me.
All right, 917, you out of here, bro. Call back. I don't know what the problem is.
Hey, you know what's so crazy? They worry about these girls' nights out. They worry about, girls' nights out, maybe 4 hours. They worry about these girl trips and everything. But yet they've been dropping their lady off at work 9 hours every day with a mouse in the next cubicle with a Zag over there in the office with a 50 working over there for 9 hours
for 9 hours a day, yo, crazy.
40 hours a week, They sit next to this. But you worried about a girl's trip.
Yo, 917, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, do you have the show playing in the background?
Yeah, I have to. Okay, I just ended it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead. Name, age, city, and what's your question?
Yeah, David, 31 from Queens.
Okay.
I have a question. I'm dealing with I just recently got through a breakup.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, there's different ways.
Congratulations.
My ex was, trying to get back with her, but I know.
No,
that's not right.
Yeah,
So,
we don't play those games over here, bro. We don't advise men to get back with nobody.
We don't do that. We don't recycle chicks, though.
We don't recycle females, bro. Hello. Caller?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I just,
Caller,
Are you afraid that's gonna be your only one?
move forward.
Yeah, just move. How old you said you was again?
31.
You 31. Okay. How long you was in a relationship with this chick for?
About 3 years.
About 3 years. Okay. So was she supposed to be the end all be all to your romantic life?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear you say that, bro. I'm
Y'all
sorry to hear you say
really-
that. A real
Bro.
man don't say shit like that.
All these billions of
Y'all
women walking
really
around here.
believe in a forever love? Y'all really believe in that? I'm looking for my forever. That's how women look. Shout out to all the women. It's okay. Look, women can afford to have these delusions of grandeur. Women can afford to have these thoughts. Oh, I'm looking for my forever love. We're gonna have matching burial plots. We're gonna be buried right next to each other, and the gravestone's gonna be like, there's my husband. There's gonna be an arrow pointing to where that nigga at. That's my wife's gonna be an arrow. It's gonna be cute and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, for all the people that want that, that's cool. But for you men, this forever love shit. Here's the reality of it. If you actually are in a relationship or a marriage specifically where it lasts for 20, 30, 40 years, and y'all actually die still married to each other, but y'all were happily married. Do y'all know how rarefied that shit really is?
Yeah.
Do y'all know to actually be happy though? Because there's a lot of people that stayed married for 30, 40 years, but they were sleeping in 2 separate rooms. I just want y'all to know. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but for you to have these thoughts of, I'm going to try and find someone where I feel like that can happen. Man, do you know all the shit that happens over the years that can disrupt any of that shit you got going on in your head with that fantasy?
Caller, what would you have done if, God forbid, she got hit by a bus? You would never talk to another woman again, huh?
No, I just have to just move forward,
Oh, so ultimately, what's the difference between y'all breaking up and her getting hit by a bus?
The relationship is basically over.
The relationship is over. That's what I'm saying. The relationship is over if y'all break up. And if she gets hit by a bus and dies, the relationship is also over. So there's absolutely no difference. Because you said if she died after getting hit by a bus, you would have to move on to another woman, right?
Right.
Okay, so the relationship is over. So why not just move on to another woman? Why you need to get her back?
That's a good question.
Comfort. False comfort.
Ask him these two questions, man. Ask him these two questions. Ask him these two
I just
questions.
feel like I have a future, but you have a good point.
No, caller.
read the title.
Caller. Let me tell you something, caller. Women are beautiful, and you should enjoy the relationships that you have with them. But nobody's in charge of your future except you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that, my nigga?
Yes,
I don't care how close you think you are to a woman. You are responsible for your future, not that woman, and not the relationship that you have with her. You understand? But K-Zach, what you said to ask him?
No, 2 questions. One, how long has it been since they broke up? And also, was that the last time he had sex? And ask him, what was the reason they broke up?
Jesus. So, caller, how long has it been since y'all broke up? How long has it been since y'all broke up?
Please don't say yes or no.
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay. And was that the last time you had sex since y'all broke up?
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably feeling this way because you missing the sex. And then what was the other thing, Zach?
The reason why they broke up.
And what was the reason y'all broke up?
I cheated,
You cheat, nigga.
Okay, bro.
Nigga. So you over here talking about, yo, she's my future. She's my everything. And you gonna cheat on her? See, you don't deserve her then.
Y'all do some
she wasn't satisfying me sexually.
So if she's not satisfying you in all this, why are you trying to get her back? Silence.
Read the title. It's because of the title.
Caller. I'm asking you again. If she wasn't, if she, you're right, J. Roman. She's not satisfying you sexually, and you cheating on her. Why try to get her back? You just looking for a familiar place?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
Okay, comfort. Just like J. Roman said. Listen, Again, I tell you guys all the time, the only safe space for any man is in his own mind. You understand me?
Ask him this. Ask him this. Because
It
I
ain't
bet
safe
you.
for him in his mind because he's punishing himself for cheating because now
No.
he wants his girl back. And the thing is, you cheated, bro. Just go ahead and roll. Like,
Bro,
hey,
you know what it really is? This is what I think it is too. He wants someone that he can have unprotected sex with.
Oh, right. You missing the raw pussy, right, caller?
I hit it. I mainly hit it with condoms, mainly.
Oh, you mainly hit it with
Sometimes,
condoms.
but
Okay.
mostly.
Okay,
Yeah,
but so you're looking for that emotional familiarity then.
Yeah.
Did she do other things good in the relationship? Like, did she cook, and was she a nice person to talk to and all that?
She was a nice person to talk to, but she wasn't really supportive. Like
so
that, you know.
so she wasn't supportive and she didn't satisfy you sexually. How the fuck did you let this go on for 3 years? Were you taking comfort in falsehoods over truth?
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
Caller, where you
right
at,
now.
caller?
He's thinking in his thoughts, and
I
he's
mean,
thinking all the good stuff, all the good things. She did stable me a little bit. She was this, she was that, you know, and she's gonna be the only one that I really, really love. I've never loved another person like this before. Like you're thinking all those thoughts, but what's gonna happen is you're gonna get back with her. Let's say you get back with her in a few months. You're gonna find something. You're gonna smash it. You might get caught. You might not. The thing is, you instead of worrying about her, you know you're not satisfied there. You know it. You gave her opportunities. You gave her 3 years. It didn't work out. You don't deserve this one, but you deserve a different one that fits you better. This one don't fit you. And that's the thing. You're choosing comfort over going through the pain of a vetting process and something that's fitting you.
Right.
We
we got another call. I think we got 50 Fitzwell on here. So hold on one second. Zach, go ahead.
No,
You wanna say something?
I'm good. Go ahead.
Are you
Fam,
good? Okay. Caller, are you good? Do you have any other questions, bro?
No, that's all. I appreciate your
Okay.
your help.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Your strength needs to come from you. Okay. Your future. You are responsible as a man. You are responsible for your future. No matter how great a relationship between you and any woman, your future is still in your hands. Do you understand? Now, if you see a woman in your future, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're still the master of that. You get that?
Facts.
Get it?
Yeah. So that's all on you. And then the fact that you knew that she wasn't sexually satisfying you, which is important to you, to the point that, and I know it's important to you because you cheated on that woman, bro. You get what I'm saying? You underhandedly went and got some other pussy. And check this out. You know what you could have did if she was that important to you? You could have said to her, listen, I want to run this past you because I kind of like our relationship, but sexually it's just not there. So do you mind if I go get some new pussy? Would you be cool with that? You see, and actually see what she say.
He can't even tell the truth about how he's feeling.
It's funny you say that, Miles.
It's funny. It's funny I say that. I wasn't trying to be funny, but go ahead. Go ahead. What you mean?
No. She actually said that. She said, I would appreciate you if you would have told me, back from the beginning.
You see that? You see that? All she was looking for was for you to have a standard of honesty with her and say, listen, girl, I love you and I like our relationship, but the pussy just not hitting. I could give you dick from time to time, but I gotta go get some new pussy on the side. And she would have let you. She said she would have let you do that, huh?
I don't know about all that, but we would have probably broke up and moved forward if I would
that comfort, like Zach was saying.
Before I stepped out.
Let me tell this real quick story. I had an ex. Well, the mother of my oldest 2 children. Because I used to cheat. Back when I was a cheater, I don't do that shit no more. I'm straight up with women now. But back then when I was younger, I used to cheat all the time.
Right.
And I remember years after I broke up, because I broke up with her. She didn't break up with me. But years after I broke up with her, I just had this epiphany moment, and I just called her on some, you know what? You always show me mad love. You was good to me. I fucked you over. I'll apologize. Years later, I called her and just apologized on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And she was crying and shit.
Crying?
And
Oh my God.
She was still 8 years later. She was crying, bro.
Wow, that's crazy. Yo, Zach got that standard of influence right there. God damn.
Was still, 8 years later, she was still fucked up. So she told me, she was like, you know, if you would have been honest about your desire to deal with other women, I would have been cool with that. If you just would have told me that's what you wanted.
That's it.
So all them years I spent lying, breaking her heart, hurting her feelings and shit, I could have saved myself and her the fucking hassle. But what it is, I was a coward. Okay? And that's all it really is all you lying ass niggas, you too much of a coward to be honest, not only with yourself, be honest with yourself about what you really want, but also be honest with the woman and give her an opportunity to say whether or not she's gonna roll with you while you explore them other options.
Exactly.
And that's the comfort they're choosing. So once again, the title of the show kind of falls into place where he chose comfort of not having that awkward conversation or not having that be on the line, right? Oh, she might leave me on the line. Let me just choose the comfort in this relationship right now instead of being real and saying what's on his mind.
Exactly. All right, call it. So if you didn't hear K-Zag and J Roman, make sure you hit us up on the playback, all right?
Yeah, most definitely, man.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother. All right, thanks for the call. Thanks for the teachable moment. Appreciate it. All right, so we got 50 Fitzwell. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? 50 Fitzwell.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, old nigga. Pay attention, man. Come on, man. You know we ain't got you, nigga.
This nigga popping Geritol and drinking Metamucil and shit.
Nigga, fold up the walker and put it to the side and get on the phone, nigga. God damn.
Hold on, man. That walker doubles as a fucking sex swing. Watch it. Look here.
The walker doubles as a sex swing. I love it. That's what's up.
Yeah, look, I'm watching y'all on the screen. It's delayed, but I see y'all kicking back. J. Roman, Miles Cunningham, and K-Zag and 20. What's up? Look, I got something. You said something about influence. Very interesting, K-Zag, and I get it. There's a lady in my life. She's been in my life for about all my career. She's about 40. I met her when she was about 24, I think in law school, through massage. She came to me and we're talking. We've been friends ever since. You said influence, very interesting. I'm on a health kick. And what I did when I was going down to the SIP to see her, I was vegan and detoxing. I was down 175 pounds. I was doing it. So she started getting into it. Fast forward, a few months later, I go, because I was going down there like every month in the summer. Fast forward, the third time I went down there, I was at a gathering with some of my girlfriends in there, and these all young people. Two of the women came up to me and said, you know, since you've been down here, I haven't been eating meat for like a month and a half, and I feel a lot differently. I never told these people not to eat meat. You can't do that in Mississippi. But the way I went down there, like you said, standards, principles, I didn't do no sugar. I wasn't doing all that fried foods. I was seeking out whole foods, which was bland as shit. But I was out there doing, and people saw that. So they tried to follow and try to make changes.
Right.
And that is influence. If you niggas want to talk about unspoken Riz, you young motherfuckers, unspoken influence. How about that?
Right.
You just do it. And if it looks so good, so powerful, and so useful to somebody else's life, then they would probably take heed and probably try to and ask you, yo, man, what's up with this? Try to get details on how to up their shit. So I agree with you. Influence is a motherfucker. Even in my career, I talk to young therapists. Influence. I didn't know. I'm known throughout this area. And I go to functions. People say, I've been following your work. Where? How? I haven't been doing anything that I know of, but they're watching me.
Wow. Yeah. Exactly.
Man, I get it. And that's just me and my career. So, fellas, influence, be who you are, get in your own shit, man.
Yep.
If you do your own shit, nobody else doing your shit, you unique. Like Steve said, you're the only one with your fingerprint, right? So if you do your own shit and really focus on your shit, get into your shit, because I love massage and body work. I love teaching. I love the science of it. I created shit behind this. I love it, and people know that. So that's what I'm into. That's why a fucking naked body to me now don't mean shit. All day I rub on them. But it's behind what's under that skin that gets me off.
Right.
What's going on under there skin? What's going on in that joint? So that, like for me, I watch Sports Wise mainly for the injuries. That's me. That's my shit. If I see an injury on there, it's like, okay, they're gonna do this after surgery, and then now they're showing how they do the surgery. Oh, I'm all up in there. I'm YouTubing, fucking copying and shit because this is my shit. So get into your shit and fuck with everybody. Your opinion, Miles. Shout out to Miles Cunningham, Masculine Identity. Your opinion is the only one that counts.
Facts.
So that's my wisdom for the day, man.
All right, Unc.
Just do your own shit, man. And fellas, stop being defeated. It's so like Boss Mac said. I'm surprised you niggas are having problems with this.
Yo, that's why I put that shit in the clip too. Boss Mac was like, I'm surprised y'all niggas struggling.
Shake his hand one day, man.
Nah, Boss Mac is that nigga. Boss Mac is that nigga.
What did he say?
I was like, really?
Yeah, but hey, man, listen. Put that put the Walker / sex swing to the side for me, nigga. I'm coming for it. You put me in your will. I want that shit.
You gonna need one too, nigga. You gonna need one.
That nigga got tennis ball at the bottom of that motherfucker.
He gonna come out with a book, 13 ways to use the Walker.
Fat boys too, but keep your fucking health up, okay?
Yeah, nah, definitely.
All that bullshit you put in your body. You know that shit don't make your dick get hard.
Yeah.
You know that, fellas? It doesn't. Red Bull, stop taking that shit.
Oh, no, Red Bull. Nah, no Red Bulls over here, man. Fiji water all day. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right,
man.
Whatever.
Shabbat shalom, all that good shit. All right, holla.
Appreciate you, Uncle. All right, take it easy, brother.
Let me say this. Are we good on phone calls, Miles?
Yeah, we good on calls. Yeah.
Okay, let me say this. Two things. Back to the other caller, the 31-year-old. That y'all dudes be. Look, let me tell y'all something. Okay, when y'all do a chick dirty, and then y'all want to get back into the relationship, she will always look at you as the dude that done her dirty. She's not going to look at you no other way. This is why we tell you guys, specifically me, I tell you, the primary reason why it's not a good idea to recycle women is because a lot of times when a relationship ended, it ended on bad terms, right? And usually there was some drama, some toxicity, somebody cheated, there was some physical shit, there was name calling, something. There was something going on. And however that other person looks at you or perceives you, even if y'all get back weeks later, months later, a lot of times they still look at you as that same person. So their opinion of you hasn't changed.
Exactly.
So it makes no sense to get into the relationship because literally it's going to be the same shit. Yeah, the first couple of weeks y'all might be okay, but at some point y'all going to end up getting into a discussion about the shit that happened, and then now an argument ensues and you right back to the bullshit. Right. The only relationships to me that make sense rekindling if the split was amicable, meaning y'all broke up, but y'all are on great terms. There was no fuck shit that was done. Maybe y'all were in college, y'all graduated, you moved to the other part of the country, she moved to a completely different part, and y'all just did not want a long distance relationships. So y'all agreed to remain friends, but do y'all thing. And then over the years, y'all decided to give it another try. That's a little different. Mm-hmm. But when shit ends on bad terms, and number one, just to you guys, if a woman do you dirty, why the fuck would you want her back? That's
exactly.
One. And for you dudes, doing a woman dirty and then trying to get her back, bro, you asking for her to get her revenge on you at some point, and then it's just a fucked up situation.
Mm-hmm. I got it. All right, so we got any questions or anything, or anything else you want to say?
Let's grab this right here.
And guys, if y'all want to call in, we're gonna be here for probably about another 25 minutes. So make sure y'all call in, man. Don't be waiting till the last minute because niggas got shit to do.
Exactly, we got a life. So Zay, bro, you need to get consultation. He always asking questions. Okay, how do you work to become more sociable without caring what people think? Because doesn't being sociable have to do with new people react to what you're saying? Bro, to me, this is a very basic question. Okay, it's very basic. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Zay, what type of life do you want? That's really a simple question you can ask yourself. What type of life do you want? And are you doing things to create that life? That's really the bottom line. What type of life, Zay, do you want? And are you actively doing things to see that come to fruition?
I don't know Zay's situation. I don't know anything. This question just reads lack of father, lack of male. I mean, man in the life.
Some direction, bro.
Because this is stuff I work on with my kids when they're in elementary. Just the first time I ever told my daughter to curse, I told her tell that girl at school, I don't give a fuck about what you say, right? And it was just for her to understand, like, don't always care what other people got to say. Don't be quiet and speak up. This is stuff that you're taught at a younger age, and with guidance from people around you, that being sociable is okay, but not agreeable. There's a difference between sociable and agreeable, where you're just kind of going along with the crowd just to fit in, instead of being on your own, just being on your own. Sociable is just, hey, you can speak with and talk with multiple people. That's being social. But all those people you talk to don't have to like you, and you don't have to care if they like you or not. And once you get that in your system, you'll find that more people like you for you, because you're more genuine than anything.
Exactly.
And
For
yeah,
men, sorry.
No, just for men, it's hard to be around a guy that plays defense, because you don't ever believe he stands on anything.
Exactly.
I can't respect him if that's the case. I can't respect you if you do that. So,
a long time ago, a caller called in. I think it was Terrence from somewhere, and he was like, "People are always looking for acceptance when they should be looking for compatibility." Right?
Yeah.
The thing is that you want to look. I want to open my mouth in a room full of people and take note of the people that don't agree with me, and also take note of the people that do. And guess what? Because I already know who I am, I already know that a majority of people will not agree with me, and that's a beautiful thing to me, because I keep because like people always talking about this, friendship and all this other shit, bro. I'm literally still counting on one hand how many friends I actually have. You understand what I'm telling you? And when I say friends, I'm talking about people who I take bullets for and die for and shit like that. I'm talking about like friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas I'm cool with, but we talking about friends. You get what I'm saying?
People you know for years and shit.
Yeah, niggas I know for years. Like I would fly to anywhere in the world to help them out of any situation, because that's my nigga like that. Well, that's my people's like that. So the thing, what I'm saying is that if you understand who you are, you should take comfort in realizing the people that are for you and the people that are not. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with people not being for you. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, I don't know. I think people, maybe social media got niggas delusional, thinking that we're all supposed to agree and we're all supposed to get along perfectly. Like everybody's supposed to just be buddy and shit. Like, no, nigga. People disagreeing with you reminds you that you're a fucking individual. People not seeing your point of view reminds you that you are different, and that's how it's supposed to be, and that's okay. Yes, we're all connected. We're all part of this human experience and this human consciousness, and that's cool. But I was made different for a reason. I was made Miles Cunningham for a fucking reason. You understand? Jay Roman was made Jay Roman for a reason. K Zaggin was made K Zaggin for a reason. So you're supposed to be able to come to this show and get 3 different perspectives on the same shit, and that's a beautiful thing. You understand? And people, so all of that worrying about what other people think, and bro, I'm not worried about what you think. I'm here to discover what you think. You understand? And then we can, if you for me, cool. If you're not, cool. Because at the end of the day, the people who are worried about what other people think are not focused enough on what they really think.
See, and Miles, that's a real point, and it goes back to the video that we saw where the guys are more dedicated on keeping a woman in their life than they are to their own purpose.
Yes.
Right? As a man, you should be dedicated to yourself and your purpose, but you're dedicating yourself to the woman, right? So how can you focus on your mission, your goal, what it is you're trying to do with your life. Because with or without the woman there, you should still have that goal, that focus, right? But for whatever reason, guys get a woman in their life and they lose that focus. And they start focusing on a woman too much on what the fuck she doing. And that takes away, to me, bro, I don't see how dudes can be happy or joyful in a relationship where they're constantly running behind a woman, making sure she ain't fucking somebody else. I don't see how. I don't see how. You know what I'm saying? Just to me, that's a lot of fucking work. And let me just say this real quick. I'm big on both people in a relationship maintaining their individuality. Okay, so just because we're married or in a relationship, yeah, we can have, you know, friends that are couples and we do couple shit together. I'm all for that. But at the end of the day, whatever friends that woman had before I came into the picture, keep your fucking friends. And whatever friends I had, I forgot them, sure going to keep mine, right? And there's going to be times where I'm hanging out with certain friends of mine where you're not invited. It's just me and a couple of my fellas. That's you're not invited to that one, right? But when we do these couple joints, yeah, we can couple up and do these things, these little get-togethers and all that. But people need to maintain their individuality. And you don't have to merge and intersect every fucking aspect of your fucking life. You don't. Now, if you want to, do you. But I think what happens is when people break up or they get divorced and everything in our lives are interconnected and that person is gone, now there are certain things you lose access to because everything was tied to that person. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be friendships, relationships, or whatever that you cultivated, because a lot of those friendships and relationships aren't real anyway. Everybody just getting along because you're in a relationship with that person. But once that shit is over with, them people, you can't reach out and call them people no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't get invited to the backyard barbecue no more, nigga. It's a new nigga that's gonna take your place in a minute, right? So a lot of that shit is bullshit anyway, which is why you should never now if you cultivate a real friendship relationship, cherish that shit. But at the end of the day, keep your individuality. And then when you guys come together as a team, as a unit or whatever, y'all do y'all, but also keep your friends. So that way you still have a life outside of that person where, again, if y'all break up or get divorced, you don't feel like you lost every fucking thing because everything was tied to that one person.
Right.
I'm a little different on that, Zach.
So let's talk about it.
Different
No,
perspectives.
it's just
Let's go.
just different. My thing is that you know, if we dedicate these lives together, we together. So you know, now me being a leader of a household, you know, I'm gonna set that tone on how we stay balanced in the household. So I know that, you know, as a human being, you know, we have family, we have friends and things that we need to see and go hang with, and that's cool. But at the same time, I like the one that says, hey, I rather choose to be in my family. I rather choose to roll like that. That's what gives me enjoyment. And that's the thing. You got to find people that rock like you rock, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And understand how you build this household or relationship or whatever. I always going to give more responsibility, and not always going to give, but there's more responsibility for the man, because you're the one that's setting that tone for a lot of things. So, you know, I don't like the one that be like, we're together, but I got to maintain my individual. If that's the second sentence out of your mouth, you ain't for me.
Nah.
You're not for me. So,
my individuality.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be an individual no matter what, because you know I'm influenced more by me than anybody else outside of that. But my thing is that if that's her second sentence, you ain't for J. Roman. I'm sorry.
Let me
be about this.
Okay, so that's not so. So let's talk about it. So that way, when people are listening to the playback, they kind of get the gist of what we're saying. So for me, right, when I've been in long-term relationships or married or whatever, it's always family first, right? It's always the household first, family first, right? Now, what I'm saying is, every now and again, if you know the wife's family come into town and she want to take a night out and go kick it with them, fine. Or if she go and she go out of town, they live a few hours away, and she go out of town to visit, you know, her cousins or something like that, you know, every now and again. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm just talking about that. I'm not talking about where we supposedly have a relationship, but she ain't never home. She out running around, ripping and running. No. I'm talking about that she still make time to make sure those relationships are straight. You know what I'm saying, with the people, her peoples and shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Standards.
Yeah, just because of the, you know, the weather, the environment out here, a lot of ladies who do this pretend independence thing, they'll get with somebody knowing very well they shouldn't be in a relationship because they don't think about family first. Like you said, they still on this individual kick. You know, I need to establish myself a certain way. And so, yeah, I feel you on that. Like if you still on that kick, then nah. Now, you know, I would never, you know, there's some insecure guys that won't even let their mate go see their family. You know, there's some guys that when, you know, she say she going to go see her family, you're like, what? You can't drive that. You know, like there's some real dudes out there that don't want their mate to talk to anybody else. And so, you know, yeah, I'm not like that. I feel you on the family and the friends and stuff like that. You can go do all that and stuff. It's not more of what you're doing, it's the mentality, right?
Right. The intention.
So, and that's the thing that, you know, we speak to more because that's what's important about that influence, right? Because your woman could do something, but then another woman could do the same thing, but the way she views it is the difference. So your woman could go out, have a cool time. She had one or two guys get at her. She politely said no, and that's that. She comes back to you and cuddles up, and she had a great time. You know what I'm saying? That was good for her. There's another woman out there that goes out, only a couple guys hit on her. They really didn't offer her any drinks. She didn't really dance and get her little freak on or drop it low against anybody. Even though she's going back to her man, none of that really happened. And so she didn't really have a good time.
She mad.
Yeah, she, you know, girl, it was all right. You know, I didn't have a random dick rubbing up on my ass like I wanted to. Like, you know, that wasn't there. So her good time. So it's the mentality that we're talking about. I want you to go and do, but if you have the mentality that we have about this family first and what we got building here, it's all good. You know, I don't have any problem. I think that's where guys are more insecure at, right? Because they realize I got the one that I know she'll drop it low on anybody out there. She'll do certain things on anybody out there. It might mean something because, you know, that's where I got her from. That's what I did. That's when we talk about certain things, we watch movies, we observe certain things. Her mentality is closer to that than closer to mine.
Got you. No, and let me just clarify something else as well. When I talk about individuality, the last thing I want is a woman that ain't got no outlets, no friends. All she got is me. There's nobody else. So she stay up under me, and you know what I'm saying. So like I'll give you a real quick example.
You ain't sociable at all, huh?
Yeah, like go out every now and again and leave me the fuck alone, right? But one of the things I used to always do, and I ain't done it in a while, is I talked about this I think last week. I got a couple of partners that we all have sons. At least one of us has one son. Some of us have more than one son, and we'll take a fishing trip. You know what I'm saying? Every year we'll get together. His turn is to pay this year. His turn is to pay for everything the next year, and we'll do it like that. And then we'll take a trip, and it's just us men and our sons. No daughters, no girlfriends, nobody, just dudes, right? So imagine if I had a chick that was jealous of that. I don't really want you going with your boys because, you know, last time I had a boyfriend that would go out of town, he would cheat on me and, you know, that type of nonsense, right? So when I talk about individuality, I mean, yeah, we together, it's us, it's family first, but I'm still going to do the shit I was doing as far as like kicking it with my boys doing this fishing expedition trip that we normally do.
Right. And that example that you're giving is a standard that was set in place before, like a tradition, if you will, that was set in place before you met her. So she got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like she got to do it. Right. But again, that whole thing is just, you know, that's a part of standard. That's a part of, you know, the culture. You know, because I spoke about this before about having a certain culture in your relationship, meaning a collection of like, you know, rules and standards and just a way that you do things, you know, when it comes to honesty and consistency and things like that. Like it all makes you know, the problem with too many men today is, you see all those guys that ask these questions about worrying about what other people think. The reason why so many men are flexible and they can't design a program and they can't uphold any standards is because they're trying to be people pleasers, right? They're trying to be an amorphous blob to be able to satisfy every fucking body around them instead of focusing on, well, this is who I am. So I'm a straight fucking line, and I'm gonna go in this path, and whoever's not on that path with me just won't be on that path with me. And if that means that I'm gonna have to go this path alone, then that's what it means. But so many men are afraid of that. Do you understand? They're afraid to be without quote unquote friends. They're afraid to be without a girl. And here's the thing I've learned about life. It is not until you shed all your fear of a thing will you be able to face it, and will you be able to actually attract the opposite. You get what I'm saying? So until you're totally accepting of the fact that you could possibly be alone for the rest of your life, you will never be able to have the strength to actually attract good people in your fucking life.
That's true.
Yeah, man. Man, I tell people all the time, man, you can't threaten me with being by myself. Like, that's like, you know, or rebuilding, or like, you know, yeah.
I'm like this.
I'll find somebody to console me, and we will go. Life will move on.
I'll be just fine.
We will rebuild.
You know, sometimes that pisses people off because they realize they don't have that type of influence to threaten you with taking their ability to be there physically. Man, hey, take yourself and bounce. Like, it's all good. Trust and believe I'll be just fine. Yeah, for a brief moment, I might, damn, I used to love the way she's a second to the balls too. Damn, with no gab reflex. Oh, well, I guess I got to find another chick to do that. Right. So, but my thing is I'll be just fine. And a lot of people, and I think a lot of people, they get into relationships because they're looking for someone to curb that feeling of loneliness, right? Because they don't like. I know a lot of people that don't like being alone, where they jump from one relationship to the next. You know what I'm saying? That serial monogamous type of individual, where they'll break up or they'll get broken up with, and then 2 months later they're in a relationship. And then that shit lasts a year, and then 2 months later, 3 months later, they're in another relationship because they can't stand being alone. And my thing is, sometimes being alone is not about you being lonely. Now, that solitude is great for anybody, but for men, that solitude is a great thing because it teaches you how to actually enjoy your own company. And I think for a lot of people, they don't enjoy their own company. And I'll say this, if people are honest, a lot of people really don't like themselves. Because if you did, why would you have a problem being by yourself?
Exactly.
Yeah,
man.
But, and that chooses that very, very, you know, on point, like always, Zach, with the title of the show, because that choosing false comfort is something that's done on a multitude of levels.
Yep.
You know, point blank, and I don't understand it. Like, there's guys I know that the bane of their existence is split 50-50 to take, you know, but you know that's a possibility when you get married or you get in a relationship. You're gonna have to split things down the line. And I always ask them, I said, but for your sanity though, right? Isn't it? Don't you feel lighter? Don't you feel better? And then when they think about it, like, well, yeah. And I said, well, shoot, that sanity cost. Yeah, it costs. Yep. That's what it costs. But as men, we hit things head on. You don't dodge or run away from it. It's head on. Like, hey, oh yeah, I would take a saw to everything down the line. I sell everything. Sell my socks. Sell everything I got. Split it up. There you go. That's your half. This is my half. Let's roll.
Sell the left socks.
Yeah.
All the left socks.
Next chapter. Let's write. We're supposed to be sad forever, be down forever. Like, come on, like that one guy. Oh, she left, and you know, I don't think. Like, are you serious? Are you the millions of people on this earth,
bro?
And you supposed to be sad forever?
Yeah,
because if you think about it, bro, if you really think about it, like when guys first meet women, right? For most guys, it's sexual. You know what I'm saying? In nature, because you're attracted to her physically, y'all having sex, and that's how it starts.
It's your booty.
Exactly. And what happens is when their feelings get involved, then it becomes something different. That makes sense. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your feelings getting involved, but what I'm saying is they get so overran by their feelings that the true purpose of why that woman is in your life is forgotten. Okay, and this is what I mean by that. It's not the booty, it's the duty, right? Is she a dutiful wife? Is she a dutiful woman? Is she an asset to you? Because if she's leaving, what is she taking really? I don't want guys to really think about this. When a woman leaves you, what is she really taking? Is she taking her feelings she has for you? Is she taking her body with her? And is that why you crying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because if the relationship goes, say that again?
She taking that money. She taking half.
So if the relationship goes to shit and she starts being disrespectful, is she now a dutiful woman? Is she now an asset or a liability? So if the relationship ends, you're losing a liability, which is a great thing, right? So I want guys to think about that. When a woman leaves them, and if they really sat back and thought about it, what is she taking with her that wasn't there before she got there? What is she really taking? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if he says, well, man, love, well, if you love yourself, you'll be all right.
50 Fitzgerald calling back. What's up, man?
Yeah, one more thing. I forgot to tell you. Very important. I know you guys got it. I sent you guys, and I got to follow Jay Roman so he can get all the shit I be sending. Remember that video I sent you guys about the woman who said that she gave the man an ultimatum. She goes, well, I'm going to leave. And she didn't have anybody in that town. And she was living with this dude. And, she said, well, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to pack up and leave. He said, okay. And for months and months, he didn't say anything. And the day she was packing up her car, he went out and helped her pack up her car. And she just broke down crying. She asked him, you going to let me leave? And all he said was, have a safe trip.
Yeah.
Remember that video?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the way you gotta be. That's what Boss Mac was talking about.
Yep.
Can you even be ruthless?
Right.
That shit right there. Oh man, I've done that a couple of times, and I'm gonna tell you. At first, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get smacked," but they dropped at it, and he trying to give me that shit is done. You got to go.
Let me tell you something.
That's what when you can walk away. It does fuck them up. That's what I wanted to tell you about.
Well, okay, let me say this, okay? And let me tell you why it fucks some women up, right? Okay, this is what guys got to understand, especially when a woman cares about you. The fact that she's threatening to leave you or she's threatening to take her physical presence out of your life, and you're like, all right. And I've had this happen where they immediately feel like you never loved them. Because if you loved them, you would fight. And it's like, no. The reason I'm not fighting is not due to a lack of love for you, but rather I'm in love with myself.
Exactly.
So why would I fight to keep someone in my life when I got all the love I'm ever gonna need for myself? I'm good,
bro. I say that all the time. I'm like, bro, trust me. I love me enough for the both of us.
Yep.
All you got to do is respect me.
There you go.
That's all you got to do.
At that point. I don't care at that point. I believe she will rebuild too. You will rebuild. I will rebuild.
Right.
And, let's start that process.
We're going to be all right.
Yeah, you're going to be all right.
We're going to be all right.
Because trust me, you'll probably find some sucker quicker than me.
Exactly.
You'll be all right. I think some guys, they try to make themselves feel better by imagining the woman in like some messed up situation when they left and scorn and that ain't what I want. I just want my own personal peace.
Exactly.
You go enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
You go enjoy your life the best of your ability.
Especially when they call it off, I'm like, listen, I hope you're getting exactly what you claim you want. Because before you even said what you said, I was already look. That's how I live my life. I enjoy the shit out of everything, and I always go back to K-Zagging on this. I enjoy it till it's not enjoyable anymore. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Life is here to be enjoyed, bro, because we're gonna die. And at the same time, if the season for you being in my life is over, then I gotta enjoy it just like I enjoyed everything else. And I have the memories. You can't take my memories away from me. So I'm always gonna be able to think back and say, hey, we had some good times. But at the same time, I'm like, I gotta be able to move on. And and remember, at the end of the day, guess who I always have? At the end of the day, I always have me. And like I said, I love me. I love me enough for the both. I love me enough for all 7 billion people in this world. You understand what I'm telling you? I love me enough for don't nobody on this planet got to love me. Don't nobody on this planet got to love me except me. Now, respect and all that other shit is something different. But don't nobody on this planet got to love me. As much as I love myself, I don't need it from anybody else. Trust me.
Let me tell the lady something real quick. This is some true shit. I can get into a relationship with you and not love you. I don't need to love you. I just gotta like you. I just gotta like you enough to have you around me and shit. And to Miles' point, as long as you're respectful and all of that, and you're doing what's vital to the title, and you're doing what I ask you, what I require you, we're golden. One of my ex-girlfriends I was with for 4 years, I didn't love her. I just liked her a lot. I thought she was a good girlfriend until it was time, and I realized that she couldn't go with me on my journey. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going here, and I'm like, her mindset ain't where I need to be to go here with me. So I got to leave her the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Right? And I just want, guys, it's okay. It's okay to be disappointed with a woman leaving you. It's okay to be like, damn, I'm a miss shorty. But you should never be in your room sitting at the edge of the bed with the shades drawn, crying in your hands and shit.
Nah.
Like it's not that serious, bro.
And I want to say something, because a lot of guys, when they hear us talk, it's like, oh, so we supposed to be assholes to these women? It's like, no, that's not what I said. I didn't say that I don't want love. I said you don't have to love me. But if you love me and the relationship is great, oh, it's beautiful. Why? Because like I said, I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of it. Yes. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I poo-poo love or that there's something wrong with love. I didn't say that. I'm saying you don't have to love me, because I love myself enough that I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this life. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this relationship. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of the sex. I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna have that standard for myself. And that's what's gonna keep everything going. The problem is that a lot of people in relationships, it's like they depend on the other person to create the standard. They depend on the other person to create the enjoyment. That's why there's so many unhappy people out there, because they looking for their spouse to do it. They're looking for their girlfriend to do it. It's so many niggas that call us up. They're not happy with themselves as men. They want to get a roster of women because that's the only way they're gonna feel happy about their identity as men. That is not what we're here to do, guys. This is why we created Manhood as a skill set, the man mindset, the masculine identity, the J. Roman way, the bad boy membership, and the silverback lifestyle. This is why we created all these things, because what we're trying to get you to do is to understand the value in yourself, so you don't need a woman to actually love who you are and appreciate your life. But guess what? Appreciating your life is what's going to attract the woman. And that's the point niggas don't be getting.
Yeah. And I think that
and real quick, we got Isaiah Parker. I think Zach froze a little bit, but we got Isaiah Parker with a $5 super chat. He said, appreciate this Sunday afternoon game. And we also have, but did you donate though with a $1.99? He says it all come back down to self-love and respect. Facts.
Yeah, I think that Zach was making a pretty good point where, and yourself too, that don't get it twisted as far as how you may feel about somebody.
Right.
The thing is that you have to, whatever respect that you give, you should be giving to yourself even more, because you know your true intentions in heart.
Exactly.
Me, I always judge people off of their malice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a situation where I had somebody standing in one of my apartments. I mean, and they didn't pay, but their intent was to. They just fell on some hard times, for paying that. Now, that was more forgivable than the person that's just like, I don't give a shit. I ain't paying. You know what I'm saying? Because now your intent is a little bit different than the guy that just had some hard times. And I think
Right.
that if you know yourself,
right,
and you don't respect yourself, you know your intent or your thoughts or whatever you focus on really ain't of substance. It ain't really good.
Right.
When you do, you know that, hey, I deserve to respect my own self way more than any situation. I deserve to think about myself. I deserve that stuff. You're doing the beatbox like a computer for a minute.
Is it still going in and out?
Yes, it's still going in and out. But remember, you got to be the one to close the show. So don't make sure you
Right.
make sure you make
Yeah,
sure
my
you do it. You
internet
do
is
what you got to do. So I mean,
Y'all still can hear me?
yeah, we can see you. We can see you and hear you right now. But it's basically a good time to call it. Unless y'all want to tackle these last two questions real quick.
I say let's tackle them and then.
All right, let's get these two questions real quick and then get up out of here. Come on.
Oh, before we tackle them, I'll make my real point real quick. Is that you may have feelings for a situation,
right,
and it may hurt, but you know that in the long run, for the betterment of yourself, you may have to do things, and that's just move on and rebuild. So Zach touched on a little bit, like, hey, it don't mean you ain't gonna miss somebody. It don't mean that you don't miss the relationship. It don't mean that damn, I wish I did things a little different. Oh well, now it's time to move on and make myself better again. We really build, so
learn from it. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not letting me grab the fucking questions because of my fucking internet tripping and shit.
Oh shit!
All right, we
so
got one from
Coyote. He says,
Yeah.
he said, what's the line between a joke and disrespect? My answer to that is intention.
Well, that, and it's also subjective because some people get a little more offended easier than other people.
Right.
So it just depends. Real quick, I don't know if y'all said anything to Isaiah Parker. Appreciate this Saturday afternoon game. $5.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
You got the $199 too.
And we got and then
Yeah.
shout out to Renee
Yeah.
P with the $5. She said, much love, Carrie, and all that white. Roman and Miles, great show.
Yes,
all right,
baby.
Jay Roman and Miles, great show. Yep. Shout out to Renee P.
I think it also depends on who's saying it.
Mhm.
Like if one of your haters at work is busting a joke, in your expense, then it ain't really a joke. It's a little bit of disrespect there. So this is where you have to know how to read a room and read what's going on.
What's up? What's up to the homie 1950 real quick?
All
right.
Good. Yeah, y'all go over there and
what up?
Homie 50 and Jay Roman as well. Get it on. Get it popping.
And then,
All right, so
and then we the last one that says that's Hoodie Villain says how to get more motivation to meet women. I don't know chicks. It's entirely my fault because I'm too lazy to go out and meet them. Half of me wants to, the other half is saying fuck it. So how does he get motivation to go out and meet women?
I think he should just live a life where he doesn't enjoy himself because he just admitted he's lazy. He's admitted half of them. So my thing is, bro, it's not about a lot of this shit isn't rocket science. It's just you going out and just again, what type of life do you want? And are you doing the things necessary to create that life? See, what it really is that you don't like rejection. You don't like the way you feel when chicks tell you no. That's what it really is.
Exactly.
You say you're too lazy to go out. If you're too lazy to go out, you got way more issues than just meeting other people.
But not only that,
They jack them off to the internet, man.
Y'all know how many women I met just running my errands and just coming in contact with women I felt was physically appealing to me. You don't always have to be in a bar or a club or anything like that to holler at chicks. I understand for a lot of guys, those are the better places to do that type of shit at because of the mindset that people have. Because it's nighttime, people drinking, all that type of shit. But you can be at a gas station, at a grocery store. You can be anywhere. And if you see a woman that you feel like you want to holler at, go talk to her. What's the problem?
Yeah.
All right. On that note, man, hey, like the stream, everybody. Like the stream. What's something that's happening with this fucking internet? Y'all got anything y'all want to plug?
Go get that masculine identity soap. And guys, anybody who's on the masculine identity membership, the new membership program has been uploaded. I know it was a little bit late, but we doing new things. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all for supporting the membership, and shout out to K-Zag, shout out to J Roman, shout out to the chat and all the callers, man. Great show. Appreciate y'all.
All right, J Roman, you up, fam?
Yeah. Appreciate Zach, man. Always appreciate you having me on here. Continue to check out this show. The one on Sunday with 50, Steve the Dean, Miles, K-Zag, and Lucario. And then on Monday, me and 50, we're gonna be doing a show. We bring up some of the current topics and things going out there on social media or just in day-to-day life. Come check us out and tell us how your weekend was, because it's on Monday. Hope everybody had a fulfilled weekend and they did what they wanted to do.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Renee P. Get that soap, that Miles Cunningham soap. Appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to Renee holding it down.
Yes,
hey,
yes,
baby
Renee.
girl, I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Hold on, the other homie came up in here. What up, Steve?
What up, Steve?
Check out the Real Game No Theory podcast tomorrow. Also, like the stream. We out.